Hello viewers, I'm Helen Ford Wallace with News OK's Parties Extra. Bobbie Burbridge Lane joins me today with stories about the Dallas Senior Follies. Hey Bobbie Lane, welcome.
Hi Helen.
You're on stage again.
Oh boy.
It's been a while.
40 years.
But you look darling in all your pictures. Tell us about the Dallas Follies. It was actually staged in the Eisman Center for the Performing Arts in, was it
Dallas.
Richardson or Dallas? So tell us about it.
Well, first of all, it came as a huge shock to me because I had retired 40 years ago after my last lead in lyric. But this director that called me, who knew a person that I had known many years ago, and wanted to know if I would really be the only person from Texas to come down and be in their follies. Well, I just tell you, I was excited but yet scared because I thought I'd just sound terrible and be terrible. But anyway, I accepted and was in the Senior Follies.
Well,
this
Bobbie,
September.
now tell the viewers, this production is a lot like the Ziegfeld Follies
yes.
years ago in New York City, and the Senior Follies in Palm Springs.
Absolutely.
Is that right?
That's exactly
all
what it is.
All the cast members are seniors. They're older.
55
what age really?
55, and our oldest one was 90.
Is that
doing
right?
a vaudeville act. He was incredible.
No kidding.
Yes.
So how many cast members were there?
There were about 50 cast members, and there were about 100 in the company, including dance troops, all of that age. It was incredible.
Did you have fun?
Oh my gosh, so much fun, so much. It was like I was living an out-of-body experience, Helen. Is this me? Oh my goodness.
Did you sing?
Yes.
What did you sing?
I sang from, these were all old songs. I sang from World War II, We'll Meet Again.
Yes.
And then I sang one of my favorites that I used to sing many years ago, Can't Help Loving That Man of Mine.
Well, how often were you in rehearsals?
Well, the tryouts were in March. He had already put me in it, but I went down to see who all and hear all of them in March. Then I started down there twice a week. I flew down and back twice a week to work with Mark because I had to get my voice in shape. I hadn't sung a note in 40 years, not even in church.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So you had voice lessons too, besides, did you have dance lessons?
He brings singers' voices back from the dead. And that's where it was. And the first few weeks, I sounded so terrible that I could see the look on his face. He was kind of wondering, was I right to do this? And I was saying, Mark, don't you let me make a fool of myself up there. Tell me if I'm not good enough. And then before long, the Lord just took over and brought my voice back. But we practiced until July 2 times a week. Then in July, about half a week every week, and then started in August. I lived down there until the September.
And the show, the production was when? In September?
September 5, 6, and 7.
3 nights worth.
3 and 2 matinees.
Oh my word!
Yeah.
Well, and your part, you were the featured singer.
Yes.
That was your part? And you had this fabulous dress, and you said you're going to wear it to the some ball.
Red tie ball.
Red tie ball. But it was a magnificent, feathery red dress.
It was unbelievable, and it was created by the costume director who, it wasn't a used one of somebody's that they upped or not, but it was just red sequins from the top to the bottom, and it was incredible feathers, all red feathers. It was glorious.
It really was.
Yes.
It looked that way. And did they have parties down there? Did you all go to parties or cast parties or what?
All the time, all during the rehearsals and everything. People would have parties for us, like in their old section, which would be similar to here, to Heritage Hills or Nichols Hills. The different leaders in Dallas would have the whole cast over, and we'd sing and play for them, and oh my gosh. And then since then, they've had a party someplace in Dallas not less than once a month, and I've flown down to them, and I'm having one December 14th
You are?
for them. I certainly
They're
am.
all coming here.
No, I'm going down.
Oh,
I'm taking 7 Christmas trees.
Oh, my word.
Everything you can imagine. And we're having it at this wonderful hotel that I lived in all this time. And they're fixing these incredible dishes, and everybody's coming to it, and it's just going to be wonderful.
So that's a whole new family up there.
You're not kidding.
Well, now, you didn't say how you trained, too. Did you walk a lot, or did you dance too?
I did. I refused to dance because in Sweet Charity I pretty nearly wrecked my knees, and so I just don't want to deal with that. But I trained because I was also in shot shape to start out with.
I see. With a trainer.
Yes, 3 to 5 days a week. Chad trained me just on machines and everything you could imagine. Relentless. He took no prisoners. Then I walked several miles 3 to 5 times a week. Then I ate really right. You are what you eat. And I really watched that. So
you were really in shape for the whole thing.
Oh, I went into it as if I used to be exactly like I did when I was in the Lyric. I just secluded myself on an island and did nothing but that.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was fun.
Well, Bobbie Lane, are you planning a show here?
Yes, we are. When I saw how it uplifted the whole Dallas community, what joy it's brought to them, I can't even, we were just thrilled to be in it, but to see the after effect, it's just unbelievable. So I decided, because Burbridge Foundation had taken on senior problems several years ago and had been working steadily on them, I thought, our whole point of working on senior problems was to raise their living, their what do you call it? Quality of life.
Yes. But joy, I like that word.
Yes. But when I saw the pure joy down in Dallas, I decided we need to bring a joy project here. And so John Finch, who is head of all the theater and so forth, and bringing the Broadway shows in at the University of Central Oklahoma, is going to do the production at his incredible theater that is as close to a Broadway theater as you can possibly imagine. And it will be a year from this coming May.
So it's already set.
Oh, today. Today. This was put the name on the line, so to speak. And I've already hired the creator of our Follies there, Mark Carroll, who is John Finch's knew from everything in the world in theater. Then also the director, Stephen Crail, has already agreed to come up and do it. And the costume director and all down the line. So we've got it
ready
set
to
in place.
Go. You're ready to go.
A lot of work coming up.
That's right. Well, you're used to that.
Yep.
Bobbie,
doesn't bother me.
Now you do TV and radio spots here for the Burbridge Foundation, so you're really experienced at speaking. Tell our viewers about those spots and what you're working on now.
Okay. I see the Lord's will in this clear back to as a child, because I started on radio and television when I was 5 years old, WKY. And I think it wasn't for the reason I was doing it then, to sing or whatever. I think it was just teaching me how to work, to put across the work that I was going to do later on. And so for years we did spots for Jane Brooks School for the Deaf, my son Wes and daughter and I, and on and on. And so we're doing the same thing with Burbridge Foundation, raising public awareness. We are full-time on the radio, and January 13th, my son Wes Lane and Kim Henry are co-chairs of this huge methamphetamine project, and January 13th, unlike any time ever in Oklahoma's history, all the television stations are going to be playing a 30-minute goosebumps documentary on meth in Oklahoma. And it'll have all the authorities in law enforcement, from the Attorney General to you name it. And so that would be at 6:30 on January 13th, Tuesday. You never hear of a television station playing the same thing on all the stations all over the state at the same time. So we're very grateful. So we're working on that project, and then we're also pumping on television and radio. We've had a nationwide program fighting pornography since 2002. We're all over the United States, plus Hawaii and Puerto Rico and Canada, and we even did it in Sweden. So it's all over the place on pornography.
Well, and also, is this American Mothers? Are you doing something with that too?
Yes, American Mothers took on that project, and they're the arms with the chapters all over the United States that we were able to enter the states with well-known people there, known like you're here, well-known here. Well, we have the same kind of well-known person in Oregon and Georgia and Houston and every place. And so we set it up where all of us, the biggest people fighting pornography in the United States went to these places and trained their leaders to fight pornography. It's been unbelievable.
Well, and you do have some websites that you can go to for American Mothers and one for the Dallas Senior Follies. Okay, give them that.
American Mothers is American Mothers. Website is americanmothers.org. Then the Crystal Darkness, you'll really be interested to see that one. It's a really short one. Is crystaldarknessoklahoma.org. Then the Dallas Senior Follies is seniorfollies.com, and you can pull that up, and then YouTube.
Yes.
You can get YouTube on your internet, and then click on Bobbie Lane. I didn't know this, but they did this at the Follies in Dallas. But click on Bobbie Lane, and it's got one of my performances on it.
Awesome. Well, now, are you going back to Dallas for another Follies?
Yes, they asked me to come back for the one in September of 2009.
Is that right? Well, you had a good story on for the Oklahoman. You said that your first picture, Joe Miller, one of our photographers, took your first picture for the Oklahoman, and tell us a little bit about that. I thought that was kind of interesting.
Well, I was 18 years old. It's the first time that I'd ever been photographed by the Daily Oklahoman, and I had won a contest. They had the
Miss Maryland Club.
Let her
tell. Yes. Miss Maryland Club coffee.
They'd chosen a queen from all the yearbook queens of different universities. So anyway, I came in for my little shorts and my sweater, and I was pretty flat-chested, and I'd never met Joe before. And in order to make it look like something, because Maryland Club had sent in 2,000 orchids, and I was to stand in the middle of all those orchids, and here I was in my shorts and my sweater, just a stick figure. So he went and got 2 clothespins and put on either side of the back and made me look like I might have a really cute figure. He literally took my pictures for the Daily Oklahoman. Clear from that was like in the early 50s, clear through the 1970.
Oh my gosh.
Different things like civic work or whatever. We've seen each other grow older, no doubt about it, and I adored him and missed him terribly.
I miss him too. Tell me about anything else you want to say about the Burbridge Foundation, or about the Follies, or about American Mothers.
Well, first of all, the Burbridge Foundation is all about not easy projects, no easy projects. We take on projects that almost no one wants to do, because you have to absolutely get in the trenches and fight. And so we've taken on divorce. Governor Keating years ago formed a partnership with us, which started the Marriage Initiative. We've taken on projects for the nursing homes with Governor Keating, and he hooked us up in partnership with the health department. Now there's nursing home volunteers called Caring Hearts that raise the quality of living. We are interested, and only interested, in destruction of families. And if it is horrible and it is destructing family, call us so that we can try to get on it and find a cure.
you want to help that area in just many, many ways.
Yeah,
sounds like.
no lightweight things, things that are hurting our people, like pornography is just 4 out of, I can't tell you how many ministers call Focus on the Family and who are addicted with it, and on and on and on.
Well, you do a good job. You all have worked really hard, and
Thank you.
we all appreciate you.
Thank you.
And our thanks for talking to us today, Bobbie Lane. We wish you luck with all your projects, and we hope that Oklahoma City has a great Senior Follies. Thanks again, and thanks viewers for watching.
My privilege.
Let's see it.